Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're listening from. Today, I want to talk to you about something that separates the ordinary from the impactful. Something that turns wandering souls into world changers. These are 5 things you must work on every single day. Not once a year, not when it's convenient, but every day. Why? Because greatness is never an accident. It is a daily decision. Let's begin. Your mind is your control tower. If your thinking is broken, your life will follow suit. What you meditate on becomes your mentality, and your mentality determines your movement. Feed your mind with wisdom. Challenge your thoughts. Read, reflect, and learn every day. Ask yourself, what am I doing today to grow mentally? Because if your mind expands, your life must follow. Your talent may take you to the top, but only character can keep you there. You see, gifting without grounding leads to collapse. Integrity isn't optional, it's foundational. Who you are in the dark must match who you claim to be in the light. Every day, check your motives. Refine your heart. Watch your words. Are they building or breaking? Are they healing or hurting? Your character is the invisible force behind every visible outcome. First, where there is no vision, people perish. Not just physically, but emotionally, financially, spiritually. Your vision is your map, your compass, your fire. And without it, you live by reaction instead of intention. Every day, revisit your goals. Sharpen your focus. Ask yourself, does this decision serve my vision or sabotage it? Don't let life lead you. Lead your life with vision. You are not a mistake. You are not random. You were born loaded with potential, with gifts, with answers for this generation. But potential unused is purpose aborted. Whatever your hands find to do it with excellence. Practice, refine, stretch, serve. No one becomes great by convenience. Greatness is a product of discipline. Every day, invest in your gift, because the world is waiting for what only you can give. Relationships are either bridges or barriers to your destiny. The right people fuel your vision. The wrong people fracture it. Every day, evaluate your circle. Who is building you? Who are you building? Who challenges you to grow? Disconnect from anything that compromises your purpose. You cannot afford to be casual with destiny. Choose your relationships with intention, not emotion. You cannot change your life overnight, but you can change the direction of your life overnight by choosing what you work on every day. Work on your mind, because your thoughts shape your reality. Or work on your character. Because who you are matters more than what you do. Work on your vision, because purpose gives direction. Work on your gifts, because your generation is waiting. Work on your relationships, because destiny is never walked alone. Let me leave you with this. If you become more tomorrow than you are today, the world cannot ignore you. So rise daily, work intentionally, and watch your life rise with you. Discipline is the daily door to destiny. It is not a trait we're born with, it is a habit we build. Discipline is the quiet, unseen force that shapes greatness long before the world takes notice. It's waking up early when comfort says sleep in. It's choosing to stay focused when distractions surround you. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It reminds you of what you said you would do. Every destiny, every calling, every assignment demands a level of discipline to be fulfilled. Dreams without discipline are nothing more than illusions. It is not enough to desire a better life. You must commit to the process that builds it. And that process is repeated every single day through discipline. Discipline trains the mind to obey purpose, even when emotions scream otherwise. It teaches the body to serve the vision instead of the moment. It tells you that even small, consistent steps in the right direction have more power than bursts of inconsistent passion. Those who wait for motivation will be ruled by their moods, but those who walk in discipline are governed by their mission. Discipline says, I don't have to feel ready to do what must be done. It turns inspiration into action and action into results. Destiny isn't reached in a day, but it is shaped daily. And each time you choose discipline over distraction, structure over chaos, and growth over comfort, you are unlocking the door to the life you were born to live. Purpose gives pain meaning. Without purpose, pain feels random, cruel, and senseless. But when you understand your purpose, every struggle, every setback, every tear takes on new weight. It becomes preparation, not punishment. Purpose doesn't remove the pain, but it reframes it. It transforms suffering from a wound into a weapon, from a burden into a building block. Pain is inevitable, but meaningless pain is unbearable. Purpose allows you to endure because you know you're not just going through something, you're growing through it. The trial is not there to destroy you, it is there to develop you. It's not in the way, it's part of the way. Purpose tells you that pain is not permanent and it is not wasted. It carves depth into your character. It sharpens your sensitivity to others, and it molds the strength that your assignment will one day demand. The greater the purpose, the more significant the pressure, but also the more valuable the outcome. When you know why you were born, you stop asking why things are happening to you and start asking what they are shaping in you. Pain becomes a teacher, not a tormentor. And once you see your trials through the lens of your purpose, you stop running from them and start using them because you know they are pushing you toward the person you were created to become. Your habits are prophets of your future. They speak louder than your intentions, louder than your desires, louder than your dreams. If you want to know where your life is headed, look not at what you hope for, but at what you do daily. Habits are silent architects. They build your future in the background, brick by brick, day by day. What you repeatedly do, you eventually become. No one rises above the level of their habits. You may have vision, you may have talent, you may have opportunity, but without the right habits, none of it will carry you far. A single action can inspire, but only consistent actions can transform. Every habit is a vote for the type of person you are becoming. If your habits are lazy, your future will be limited. If your habits are intentional, your future will be impactful. Your habits forecast the life you're walking toward. They predict whether you're drifting or developing, wasting or working, reacting. You don't need to predict the future when you can shape it. And your habits are the hands doing the shaping. They create rhythm, build resilience, and either reinforce discipline or distraction. The truth is, your future is not something you wait for, it's something you train for. And your daily habits are either preparing you or preventing you from stepping into everything you were meant to do. Growth is intentional, not accidental. You don't drift into excellence. You don't stumble into maturity. No one becomes wiser, stronger, or more impactful by chance. Growth is a result of deliberate choices made daily. It requires attention, effort, and a clear decision to stretch beyond comfort. Is that intention? You remain where you are. Time may pass, but development does not happen simply because the calendar moves forward. Many grow older, but few truly grow deeper. True growth means seeking challenge instead of avoiding it, embracing correction instead of resisting it, and learning from failure instead of being paralyzed by it. It takes humility, because you must admit there's more. To grow higher, the progression is not in the lost. It cannot be fixed. And it takes consistency to grow. Because you must face parts of yourself that growth does not respond to convenience. It shows up when you decide to invest in books instead of distractions, to pursue wisdom instead of noise, to practice discipline when no one is watching. It's the conscious pursuit of better thinking, better choices, better habits, better character. If you want to grow, you must choose it. You must schedule it. You must commit to it. Because growth never happens by accident. It is always the fruit of intentional seeds planted in the soil of daily life. You are your greatest project. Not your career, not your reputation, not even your achievements. You, the most important thing you will ever build is yourself. Because everything you touch, lead, or create flows from who you are. If you neglect the project of you, everything else you build will eventually crumble under the weight of what you didn't fix. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress with infinite potential. But potential means nothing without personal responsibility. It's easy to invest in what's visible, titles, image, status. But it's the invisible work, the inner development, that determines how far and how well you go. When you work on yourself, you're investing in the one thing that shows up in every room, every decision, every relationship. You must become a student of your own growth. Study your thoughts, challenge your beliefs, strengthen your weaknesses, and deepen your values. That's not selfish. That's stewardship. Because when you are better, everything connected to you gets better. Your influence, your relationships, your decisions, all rise or fall to the level of who you are becoming. No one else can do this work for you. You can outsource tasks, but you cannot outsource transformation. And the truth is, the most dangerous thing is not a lack of talent, it's a lack of self-awareness. You must become the kind of person your purpose requires. That means choosing growth over comfort, healing over hiding, and responsibility over excuses. You are your greatest project, not just for your own sake, but because the world needs the most whole, grounded, and awakened version of you. Vision is life's compass. It gives direction to your decisions, clarity to your steps, and purpose to your pain. Without vision, life becomes reactive instead of intentional. Days are spent surviving instead of building, and time is wasted chasing distractions instead of fulfilling destiny. Vision doesn't just show you where to go. It tells you what to say no to, what to endure, and what to pursue with everything you have. Vision is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Without it, even the most talented person drifts. With it, even the most challenged person can rise. Vision gives your life a why strong enough to overcome any how. It becomes the anchor when things get difficult and the fuel when things feel slow. It allows you to live beyond impulse and emotion, aligning your actions with your assignment. Every great life begins with a clear picture of what could be, rooted in the conviction of what should be. That picture must live in your heart long before it becomes visible to others. Vision is the blueprint of the future revealed in your present. And while others may not understand it, it's not their job to see it. It's your job to build it. Vision won't eliminate obstacles, but it will give you the endurance to push through them. It will keep your hands steady when fear tries to shake them, and your feet moving when doubt whispers that you should turn back. You can have energy, talent, and resources, but if you don't have vision, you'll keep moving but never arrive. Your life will always move in the direction of your vision, or the absence of it. And the clearer your vision becomes, the more powerful your life will be. Relationships shape destinies. The people you walk with influence the path you take, whether you realize it or not. No one fulfills purpose in isolation. Your relationships either pull you toward your calling or push you away from it. Every connection carries a direction. Some elevate you, others drain you. Some awaken purpose, others distract from it. Who you surround yourself with matters more than you think. People are not neutral. They either plant seeds or sow weeds. The right voices will speak to your potential. The wrong ones will feed your fears. The right relationships will challenge your excuses. The wrong ones will comfort your complacency. Destiny requires discernment. You must learn to recognize alignment over attachment. Just because someone has been in your life a long time doesn't mean they're meant to go where you're headed. Growth often requires separation, not because of hate, but because of direction. Not everyone is assigned to your future. The people closest to you influence your mindset, your motivation, and your momentum. They affect your standard for excellence, your appetite for growth, and your response to failure. Surround yourself with those who see a value, even when you're under construction. People who don't just tolerate your dreams, but challenge you to pursue them fully. Or if you want to change your life, change who has access to your life. Because relationships don't just reflect where you are, they shape where you're going. And when you're intentional about the company you keep, you'll be intentional about the future you're building. Time is the currency of purpose. You can't fulfill your calling without spending it. And once it's gone, you can't earn it back. Every second is an investment into something, whether meaningful or meaningless. And unlike money, time doesn't come with refunds. How you spend your time reveals what you truly value, no matter what you claim with your words. Purpose demands time. It requires focused, consistent attention. You cannot build something that lasts by giving your time to everything that's urgent, but nothing that's important. Distraction is expensive, and wasted time is the most costly debt you can carry. If you don't manage your time, someone else will, pulling you into their plans while your own purpose sits neglected. Time, when aligned with purpose, becomes powerful. And then the effort that brings its manifestation comes immediately after time, when aligned with purpose becomes powerful. Its manifestation. They see the challenge is not whether you have enough time. The challenge is whether you are using it with intention. We all get the same 24 hours, but not the same results, because not everyone spends their hours with purpose in mind. You cannot afford to let time slip through your hands in the name of comfort, entertainment, or fear. Every moment is a seed. What you plant today, you will live in tomorrow. So treat time like the treasure it is. Spend it wisely, guard it fiercely, and align it daily with the reason you're here. Because how you spend your time will ultimately shape the legacy you leave behind. Character sustains what talent builds. Talent may open doors and create opportunities, but it is character that keeps those doors open and allows you to thrive within them. Talent can get you noticed, but it is integrity, work ethic, and resilience that will ensure your success isn't just a moment, but a lasting impact. Without character, talent is like a house built on sand. It may look impressive at first, but when the storms of life come, it will crumble under pressure. Character is the foundation that holds up the structure of success. It's what keeps you grounded when you experience victory, humble when you gain recognition, and steady when you face adversity. Without it, talent can become pride, ambition can turn into selfishness, and success can lead to downfall. Character, on the other hand, refines talent, making it more valuable and sustainable. Character doesn't develop overnight. It's forged in the small moments when no one is watching, in the choices you make when no one is applauding. It's built through accountability, discipline, and responsibility. It requires the willingness to admit when you're wrong, the strength to continue when it's tough, and the wisdom to know when to speak and when to stay silent. Talent might put you in the spotlight, but only character would help you shine without burning out. It ensures that your success is not fleeting but enduring. The more your character grows, the more your talent can be trusted to reach its fullest potential. Because when character and talent align, they create a legacy, one that is built to last, not just for a moment, but for generations. Faith without work is fantasy. Faith alone without action is simply a wish, an illusion of hope with no substance. It is the belief that something is possible without the effort to make it a reality. Faith is the starting point, the vision of what could be, but it is the work that brings it into existence. Without action, faith remains dormant, a dream that never awakens to reality. Believing is important, but belief without effort is like planting seeds and expecting a harvest without ever tending the soil. Faith says, I know it's possible, but work says, I will do what it takes to make it happen. You cannot build a future on hope alone. It's the consistent, focused work that transforms dreams into tangible outcomes. It's the sweat, the persistence, the small daily actions that turn vision into victory. Faith without work is a bridge with no foundation, a race without a finish line. It's easy to say you believe, but true belief is measured by the effort you put forth in pursuit of that belief. It takes faith to begin the journey, but it takes work to see it through. When faith is backed by action, it moves mountains, clears obstacles, and opens doors. Faith, when partnered with work, is unstoppable. It propels you forward even when challenges arise. It fuels your perseverance and directs your steps. But without work, faith becomes a mere daydream, a hollow conviction that never turns into accomplishment. Faith without work leaves potential unfulfilled. It's the action, the discipline, the willingness to put in the effort that brings your faith to life, proving that belief alone is not enough. It's the work that validates it and brings your purpose to fruition. Remember this: your destiny is not built by what you hope for or dream about, but by what you choose to work on every single day. The path to greatness isn't paved by intentions, it's paved by deliberate actions. The decisions you make in the face of discomfort, the small habits you form, and the perseverance you show in the midst of challenges. Discipline, purpose, character, vision, relationships, time. These are the elements you must invest in every day to shape the future you were born for. Your life is the sum of your daily choices. And today is the foundation upon which tomorrow is built. So rise with intention, work with purpose, build your character and vision with unwavering focus. Time is the currency of your destiny, and it is in your hands to spend it wisely. Remember, faith without work is nothing more than fantasy, but faith backed by action becomes the power to move mountains and create a legacy that will outlast you. The question is not whether greatness is within you. It is whether you will choose to work on it every day. Your future is waiting, and it's shaped by what you decide to do now. The power is in your hands. What will you do with it?